Hi everyone, welcome to the Case a Card collab, where a few of us each month pick a card out of a current Stampin' Up catalog. And I picked a card on page 33 of the July to December mini catalog, the holiday catalog basically. And it is a slimline. Now I don't know if this is a mini slimline or a slimline, but I did two cards. One not holiday and one holiday, but I did not use the paper they used. I did not make a New Year's card. I used the slimline envelopes in they carried over. They're in the annual catalog on page 137, and the colors are soft succulent, white, and smoky slate. You get 15, so you get 5 of each color. I used one white and one smoky slate. I did not use this stamp set either. I have it and I thought about it, but I didn't want to do the sparkly New Year thing, and I wanted one that was not a holiday card. So I did a card that says, "You make my life happier," and the second card I did says, "May your days be happy, your heart be light, your Christmas merry, and the new year bright." So I sort of have a New Year's. On the first card, I used a retired 1.5 inch circle punch. On both cards, I used the retired starburst punch. And on the second card, I used this die out of the scalloped contours dies. They're in the annual catalog on page 97. If you are interested in those. And I have a few other things I use, but I'll explain them as I go along. So let me get this out of the way. Again, page 33. I'll bring it back at the end. And so the first card I did is this one, and I could put paper on the inside. I didn't do that yet. This is using the Design a Daydream paper, which is a host only paper in the annual catalog. I love this paper. It's so versatile, and I decided to go with Blackberry Bliss because in particular I love this paper, but all these papers are out of that pack. The background I used was this, which is on the reverse of this, which are 2 of the circles, well, 2.5. And then I also I had this strip of the Blackberry Bliss pattern that I love, and so I cut a bunch of circles out of it with the starburst, but I only ended up using 2, and this is actually part of this one. And I saved the other ones though. And then the other ones were out of scraps. Sorry about that. So here's the sentiment. Oh, so I just the piece that these are on is 3.25 by 8.25. The card base is 8.5 by 7, scored at 3.5 to make a slimline card that fits in the envelope, which is like 8 7/8 by 3 7/8. So it'll fit perfectly. And let's see, this is retired ribbon. It is Blackberry Bliss striped ribbon. I loved it so much I have another one of these. I really like the ribbon, and they did do that back and forth with the ribbon. You can see here they actually have some other red twine or ribbon or something under it as well. I didn't do that. I just did the back and forth, and I used a punch. The 1.5 inch punch. I stamped "You Make My Life Happier" out of Very Best Occasions with Blackberry Bliss ink, and then I just put on 3 of the basic rhinestones, but I colored them with the Blackberry Bliss dark alcohol marker Stampin' Blend. Okay, so that is that. And then on the inside, I actually shouldn't have done this, but I stamped "You Make My Life Happier" and cut it with the punch out of this piece of white card, which was the size to go in the inside. So I took one of the extra Blackberry Bliss circles with the starburst punch and just put it over that and used that as the inside. So that is the first card. Oops, had that out for something else. And then the second card is Holiday. And for this one, I used the Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper, which is in the July to December mini. And I used Soft Succulent as a card mat in the Soft Succulent envelope, which I have not, again, done the inside. This striped paper that I used as the background is, let's see, did I keep any of that out? I don't know. Is the back of these circles. So you can see here, it's that, right? And then I use some of, nope, not that one. This one. And it's this on the back, so I have that, and then also the greenery on here. So I did it several times and just used a few of those. And then this is the back of that, this one, and I think one inside. And I think that's about it. And I just placed them wherever I felt like. I was actually going to put this the reverse, but I decided to flip it over because I wanted, I don't know, I just liked it better. But some of the greenery is kind of hanging down. This ribbon I think is current. It is the mini ruffled ribbon in Real Red. I really don't care for it for bows unless you're going to put it on a box or something. But flagging it this way like a little stand I liked. This one I could not, I didn't have any circles punches big enough, and I didn't want them too big to take up the card. So this is where I used the Scallop Contours dies. And I stamped it in Real Red, since this is Real Red. And then these are the Red Rhinestone Basic Jewels, which I just ordered another pack of. I used 5 of them because this is all I have left. And I really like them because the size is just right. They're small, they don't stand up, you know, real far on your card. And then inside on this one, I used a scrap of the paper that's the back of this. Flipped it over, cut a circle out of it with a 1.5 inch circle punch, and then this side of this I cut out another 1.5 inch circle, and that's all I did on the inside. So to be in line with the circles and everything going on there, I did the same thing, but on a smaller scale. So those are my 2 cards for Case a Card, which is Copy and Selectively Edit, or it could be Copy and Share Everything, but I like to selectively edit, and it feels like it makes it more my own, so that's why I do that. And yeah, those are my 2 Slimline cards, one for every day. Oh, and this, after I stamped this, I rolled it in the ink pad to do the edges. I didn't use a marker this time, but you could use a marker. If you don't have the Stampin' Right markers, the dye-based markers, that's what you can do. You can just take your ink pad and hold the circle in your fingers and kind of roll it over your ink pad. And that gets you a little line around the edge. I don't know if you can see that. So that it makes it pop off the card. Maybe this camera is just... makes it pop off the card a little more. So that's up on dimensionals, and this is up on dimensionals. I put 4 and 1 here and 1 here, and not in the middle where the ribbon is. This one I have 1 big one in the middle and 5 little ones going around to help it on, hold it on. So I hope you like my cards. Please go check out the others. Heather, Ink with Heather, and Stamp Girl, I believe, are participating. But check their channels and see. Heather usually does every 5th. Stamp Girl just rejoined last month, but I don't know if she's doing it every month or just when she can. So anyway, check the links and see what they've made. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and happy Labor Day to those in the U.S. Bye.